Understand that your emotional response is within your control. Responding with anger or hurt only perpetuates the cycle of pain. Instead, take a moment to pause and reflect before reacting. Recognize that you are responsible for your feelings. Others may cause harm, but you have the power to choose how you respond. Don't give away your power by letting others dictate your emotions. When faced with hurt, strive to understand the situation and the motives of the other person. Often, pain stems from their own unresolved issues. Approach the situation with empathy instead of retaliation. Choose to respond with love and kindness rather than bitterness. Love is a powerful force that can transform negative interactions into opportunities for healing and growth. Reacting impulsively can escalate conflict. Instead, take a step back, breathe, and consider how your response might affect the situation. Aim for resolution, not retaliation. Every hurt can be a lesson in resilience and personal growth. Reflect on what the experience teaches you about yourself and your values. Use it as an opportunity to become stronger. Reacting negatively can diminish your dignity. Choose responses that reflect your values and character. Your response should elevate you, not bring you down to the level of the hurtful behavior. Protect your heart from bitterness and resentment. Allowing hurt to take root in your heart can lead to lasting damage. Instead, cultivate a spirit of forgiveness and peace. If the situation allows, communicate your feelings calmly and clearly. Expressing your emotions in a constructive manner can pave the way for understanding and reconciliation. Make forgiveness a priority in your life. Holding on to hurt only harms you. Release the burden of resentment and embrace the freedom that comes with forgiveness. Emotional control is a crucial aspect of personal development and resilience. It refers to the ability to manage and regulate one's emotional responses, especially in challenging situations. When someone hurts you, the initial reaction might be to respond with anger, frustration, or sadness. However, it's essential to recognize that these immediate feelings are natural but not necessarily helpful. The key to emotional control lies in understanding that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we react to those events. Practicing emotional control starts with self-awareness. This means being mindful of your feelings as they arise and acknowledging them without judgment. Instead of suppressing your emotions, allow yourself to feel them, but don't let them dictate your actions. This involves taking a moment to pause and breathe, giving yourself time to process the situation before responding. Such a pause allows you to reflect on the context and consider the motivations behind the other person's actions. Often the hurt inflicted by others may stem from their own pain or unresolved issues, which can shift your perspective and help you respond with compassion rather than hostility. Another important aspect of emotional control is recognizing triggers. Understanding what specific actions or words lead to heightened emotional responses can empower you to prepare for and manage those feelings better. By anticipating your emotional reactions, you can develop strategies to cope, such as deep breathing exercises, counting to 10, or even stepping away from the situation temporarily. This practice not only prevents knee-jerk reactions, but also fosters a more thoughtful and intentional response. Moreover, developing emotional control enhances your overall emotional intelligence, allowing you to navigate interpersonal relationships more effectively. When you can manage your emotions, you're more equipped to communicate clearly and assertively rather than defensively. This clarity can help you articulate your feelings to the person who hurt you, fostering an environment where constructive dialogue is possible. As a result, you can potentially turn a negative encounter into an opportunity for growth and understanding. Additionally, practicing emotional control strengthens your inner peace and stability. When you react based on impulse, you often find yourself caught in cycles of regret and self-blame. However, when you choose to respond thoughtfully, you cultivate a sense of inner strength and confidence. This not only empowers you in future interactions, but also sets a positive example for those around you. People often look to others for guidance on how to handle difficult situations, and by embodying emotional control, you inspire those around you to do the same. Finally, emotional control is not about repressing your feelings or pretending that everything is okay. It's about acknowledging your emotions, understanding their root causes, and choosing a response that aligns with your values and goals. By embracing this practice, you can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for deeper understanding and personal growth. Personal responsibility is the cornerstone of emotional maturity and personal growth. It entails recognizing that you are the architect of your own life and that your responses to the circumstances around you significantly shape your experiences. When someone hurts you, it is easy to fall into the mindset of victimhood, blaming others for your emotional state. However, true empowerment comes from acknowledging that you have the power to choose how you respond, regardless of the actions of others. This shift in mindset is essential for reclaiming your agency and fostering a healthier emotional landscape. At its core, personal responsibility means taking ownership of your feelings, thoughts, and actions. It requires an honest assessment of how your reactions contribute to the dynamics of your relationships. When you accept that your emotional responses are your responsibility, you empower yourself to break free from the cycle of blame and resentment. This understanding fosters a deeper sense of accountability, pushing you to reflect on your own role in the interactions you have with others. Another essential aspect of personal responsibility is recognizing the importance of self-care. Taking responsibility for your emotional well-being means prioritizing your mental and emotional health. It involves identifying what you need to heal and thrive and actively seeking those resources, whether through professional help, supportive relationships, or self-reflection. This proactive approach empowers you to build a solid foundation for resilience, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. Moreover, personal responsibility extends to how you communicate with others. When someone hurts you, you have a choice. You can react defensively or engage in open, honest dialogue about your feelings. Taking responsibility means expressing your emotions constructively, articulating how their actions have impacted you without resorting to blame or hostility. This approach not only fosters understanding but also paves the way for healthier, more authentic relationships built on mutual respect. Embracing personal responsibility also means letting go of the need for validation from others. Often we seek external affirmation to feel worthy or justified in our emotions. However, true empowerment comes from within. By cultivating a strong sense of self-worth and understanding that your feelings are valid regardless of others' perceptions, you reinforce your emotional stability. This internal validation allows you to respond to hurt with grace and composure, rather than seeking external approval to justify your feelings. Finally, personal responsibility is about continuous self-improvement. It involves recognizing that growth is an ongoing journey, and every experience, whether positive or negative, offers valuable lessons. By approaching challenges with a mindset of curiosity rather than defensiveness, you cultivate resilience and adaptability. This growth-oriented perspective empowers you to take calculated risks, learn from setbacks, and emerge stronger from every experience, further reinforcing your commitment to personal responsibility and emotional mastery. Seeking understanding is a vital principle in managing interpersonal conflicts and emotional pain. It is rooted in the idea that every individual has their own experiences, perspectives, and motivations that shape their actions. When someone hurts you, the immediate instinct may be to react defensively, fueled by anger or frustration. However, choosing to seek understanding instead opens a pathway to healing and constructive dialogue. This approach encourages you to pause and consider the broader context of the situation, allowing you to respond with empathy rather than retaliation. The first step in seeking understanding is to cultivate an attitude of curiosity. This means approaching the situation with an open mind, willing to explore the reasons behind the other person's behavior. Often, actions that seem hurtful on the surface can stem from deeper issues such as personal struggles, insecurities, or past traumas. By adopting a curious mindset, you invite a more nuanced perspective that transcends your immediate emotional response. This practice not only enriches your understanding of the other person's motives, but also provides insights into your own feelings and reactions. Engaging in active listening is another critical component of seeking understanding. When you choose to listen attentively, you signal to the other person that their feelings and experiences matter. This involves not just hearing their words, but also being present with your emotions and body language. By creating a safe space for open communication, you encourage the other person to share their perspective without fear of judgment. Active listening fosters empathy and lays the groundwork for constructive conversations, where both parties can express themselves freely and honestly. Additionally, asking clarifying questions can enhance your understanding of the situation. Instead of jumping to conclusions or making assumptions, seek to clarify the other person's intentions or feelings. Questions such as "What led you to say that?" or "Can you help me understand your perspective?" demonstrate your genuine desire to comprehend their viewpoint. This openness not only deepens your understanding, but also helps diffuse tension, allowing for a more rational and compassionate exchange. It's also essential to acknowledge your own biases and emotions during this process. Everyone has preconceived notions and filters through which they interpret situations. Being aware of your biases allows you to approach the conversation more objectively. This self-awareness encourages humility, reminding you that your perspective is just one of many. Embracing this humility can shift the dynamic from one of conflict to one of mutual respect, where both parties can learn from each other. In seeking understanding, it is important to differentiate between empathy and agreement. Empathy involves recognizing and validating the other person's feelings, even if you do not necessarily agree with their actions or viewpoints. This distinction is crucial as it allows you to connect on a human level without compromising your values or boundaries. By expressing empathy, you create an atmosphere of support that encourages healing and reconciliation. Furthermore, this journey of seeking understanding is not just about the other person, it also involves understanding yourself. Reflecting on your feelings and reactions in response to the hurt can reveal underlying fears, insecurities, or unresolved issues within you. This self-reflection can foster personal growth, empowering you to address your emotional responses more effectively. By understanding yourself better, you can navigate your feelings with greater clarity and resilience. Moreover, seeking understanding contributes to building stronger, healthier relationships. When you approach conflicts with a desire to comprehend rather than confront, you lay the foundation for trust and respect. This approach not only helps resolve the immediate issue, but also enhances the overall quality of your interactions. Relationships built on understanding are more likely to endure challenges and conflicts, as both parties feel valued and heard. Finally, the practice of seeking understanding encourages a culture of empathy and compassion within your community. By modeling this behavior, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that promotes healing and connection. As you foster an environment where understanding is prioritized, you contribute to breaking down barriers, allowing for deeper connections and a more harmonious coexistence. This collective commitment to understanding can lead to transformative change in how we relate to one another, paving the way for a more compassionate world. Responding with love is a profound principle that serves as a guiding light in our interactions, particularly when faced with hurtful situations. It is a conscious choice to prioritize compassion, kindness, and understanding over anger and resentment. When someone has wronged you, the natural inclination may be to retaliate or withdraw, but choosing to respond with love transforms the dynamics of the situation and fosters healing for both parties. This approach requires intentionality and a deep commitment to embracing the transformative power of love in all aspects of life. At the heart of responding with love is the understanding that love is not merely an emotion, but a deliberate action and mindset. It involves cultivating an attitude of goodwill towards others, even in the face of adversity. This mindset can be challenging, especially when feelings of hurt and betrayal are fresh, yet it is precisely in these moments that love proves to be most powerful. Love invites us to see beyond the immediate pain, encouraging us to look for the inherent humanity in the other person. By recognizing their struggles, insecurities, or motivations, we can approach the situation with empathy and grace. Moreover, responding with love involves embracing forgiveness as a fundamental component of the process. Forgiveness is not about excusing or condoning harmful behavior. Rather, it is about liberating yourself from the weight of resentment and allowing space for healing. When you choose to forgive, you free yourself from the emotional chains that bind you to the hurtful incident. This act of love not only benefits your emotional well-being, but also opens the door for reconciliation and understanding. By letting go of grudges, you create an opportunity for a deeper connection with the other person, fostering an environment where growth and healing can flourish. In practice, responding with love can take many forms. It may involve reaching out to the person who hurt you to express your feelings constructively. This does not mean avoiding the hurt or pretending everything is okay. Rather, it means communicating your emotions honestly while framing your words with compassion. Phrasing your feelings in a way that emphasizes your experience, using I statements instead of you. Statements can help mitigate defensiveness and foster a more open dialogue. For example, saying I felt hurt when rather than you made me feel hurt shifts the focus from blame to personal experience, inviting the other person to understand your perspective without feeling attacked. Additionally, responding with love includes practicing patience and tolerance. It is essential to recognize that everyone is on their unique journey, and people may react to situations based on their own experiences and limitations. Instead of allowing your initial reactions to guide your responses, take the time to reflect and consider the other person's circumstances. By practicing patience, you create space for compassion, allowing you to respond in ways that promote understanding rather than escalating the conflict. Furthermore, love can manifest in small, everyday actions. Acts of kindness, whether it's a gentle word of encouragement, a smile, or simply offering your presence, can have a profound impact on healing. These small gestures create a ripple effect, promoting an atmosphere of love that encourages others to respond similarly. Responding with love not only addresses the immediate hurt, but also nurtures a more compassionate environment that fosters connection and understanding among all individuals involved. Another significant aspect of responding with love is self-compassion. Before you can effectively extend love to others, you must first practice it towards yourself. Acknowledge your feelings, accept your imperfections, and treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Self-compassion allows you to heal and process your emotions constructively, equipping you to engage with others from a place of strength rather than vulnerability. When you respond with love towards yourself, you cultivate a deeper reservoir of emotional resilience that empowers you to face external conflicts with grace and poise. Moreover, love is inherently transformative. It has the power to mend broken relationships, heal emotional wounds, and foster a sense of belonging. When you respond with love, you create a pathway for change, not only in yourself but also in those around you. This transformation encourages others to reflect on their actions and consider the impact they have on those they encounter. As love permeates interactions, it nurtures a culture of empathy, respect, and kindness, ultimately contributing to a more harmonious community. Finally, the act of responding with love reinforces the notion that we are all interconnected. Our actions and responses ripple outward, influencing the emotional landscape of our communities. By choosing to respond with love, you contribute to a collective commitment to compassion and understanding, creating a world where healing and connection are prioritized. This collective ethos fosters an environment where individuals feel valued, respected, and supported, paving the way for deeper, more meaningful relationships that transcend the challenges of life. Avoiding escalation is a critical skill in managing conflicts and maintaining healthy relationships. In moments of tension, when emotions run high and misunderstandings abound, the risk of escalating a situation into a full-blown confrontation increases significantly. Instead of allowing a minor issue to spiral out of control, it is essential to cultivate a mindset and set of strategies that promote de-escalation and constructive communication. This practice not only preserves the integrity of relationships, but also fosters a more peaceful and collaborative environment. The first step in avoiding escalation is to recognize the signs of rising tension. This involves being attuned to both your emotional state and the reactions of those around you. Pay attention to verbal and nonverbal cues, such as changes in tone, body language, and facial expressions, which may signal that a conversation is becoming heated. By identifying these signs early on, you can intervene before emotions reach a boiling point. This self-awareness allows you to take a step back, assess the situation, and choose a more measured response. In addition, practicing active listening plays a vital role in de-escalating potential conflicts. When engaged in a difficult conversation, it is crucial to genuinely listen to the other person's perspective without interrupting or formulating your response while they are speaking. This demonstrates respect for their feelings and fosters an environment where both parties feel heard and valued. When individuals feel acknowledged, they are less likely to react defensively, which significantly reduces the chances of escalation. Instead, active listening encourages a more open dialogue where mutual understanding can thrive. Moreover, maintaining a calm demeanor is essential when tensions begin to rise. Your emotional state can greatly influence the dynamics of the conversation. By modeling calmness, you create a stabilizing effect that can help de-escalate the situation. Techniques such as deep breathing, maintaining a steady tone of voice, and consciously relaxing your body can help you remain composed even when emotions are high. This calm presence not only benefits you but also encourages the other person to mirror your demeanor, fostering a more constructive atmosphere for resolution. Another effective strategy for avoiding escalation is to reframe the conversation towards problem solving rather than blame. When discussing a conflict, it is easy to fall into a pattern of finger pointing and accusations, which only serves to heighten emotions. Instead, focus on identifying the issue at hand and collaboratively brainstorming solutions. By framing the conversation in terms of we instead of you, you shift the focus from personal attacks to a shared goal of resolving the conflict. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of partnership and reduces the likelihood of defensiveness. Setting clear boundaries also plays a crucial role in avoiding escalation. It is essential to communicate your limits calmly and assertively when a conversation becomes too intense or disrespectful. Establishing boundaries helps prevent the situation from deteriorating further and signals to the other person that you are committed to maintaining a respectful dialogue. By articulating your boundaries, you create a framework within which the conversation can occur, allowing both parties to engage in a manner that is productive and respectful. Additionally, choosing the right time and place for difficult conversations can significantly impact the likelihood of escalation. Addressing sensitive issues in a public or high-stress environment can lead to heightened emotions and defensiveness. Instead, opt for a private and neutral setting where both parties feel comfortable discussing their feelings. Timing is also critical. It's often best to address issues when both individuals are calm and not preoccupied with other stresses. By creating an appropriate context for discussion, you set the stage for a more fruitful and less confrontational exchange. Furthermore, it is beneficial to practice empathy throughout the conversation. Trying to understand the other person's perspective, even if you don't agree with it, fosters a sense of connection and can diffuse tension. Acknowledging their feelings by saying things like, "I understand that this is difficult for you," can validate their emotions and reduce the likelihood of escalation. This empathetic approach encourages a culture of respect and understanding, paving the way for more effective communication and resolution. Another aspect of avoiding escalation is to be mindful of your language. The words you choose can significantly influence the tone of the conversation. Avoid inflammatory language or absolute terms like always or never, as these can trigger defensiveness. Instead, opt for language that focuses on your feelings and experiences. By using I statements and expressing your emotions without placing blame, you create a safer environment for open dialogue, reducing the risk of escalation. Moreover, when faced with a situation that is escalating, it may be beneficial to take a break. If emotions are running too high and productive communication seems impossible, suggesting a temporary pause can allow both parties to cool down and reflect. During this time, you can engage in self-care practices, such as going for a walk, meditating, or journaling to process your emotions, When you reconvene, you are likely to approach the conversation with a clearer mind and a more balanced perspective. Lastly, cultivating a mindset of forgiveness can greatly aid in avoiding escalation. Holding on to grudges or past grievances can cloud your judgment and fuel conflicts. By consciously choosing to let go of resentment, you create space for constructive dialogue and collaboration. This practice not only benefits your emotional well-being, but also contributes to a more harmonious and understanding environment where conflicts can be addressed with love and respect rather than anger and hostility. Embracing the principle of avoiding escalation as a proactive strategy empowers you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, ultimately leading to deeper connections and healthier relationships. Focusing on growth is a fundamental principle that transforms how we approach life's challenges and adversities. It embodies the belief that every experience, whether positive or negative, serves as an opportunity for learning and personal development. When confronted with difficulties, particularly those involving emotional pain or conflict, embracing a growth mindset enables us to rise above the circumstances and extract valuable lessons that contribute to our overall evolution. This perspective not only enriches our personal journey, but also empowers us to navigate relationships and life's uncertainties with resilience and purpose. At the core of focusing on growth is the understanding that our mindset significantly influences our responses to challenges. A growth mindset, as opposed to a fixed mindset, recognizes that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective fosters a love for learning and an openness to new experiences. When faced with adversity, individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to view obstacles as temporary setbacks rather than insurmountable barriers. This shift in perspective allows them to embrace challenges with enthusiasm, seeing them as stepping stones toward greater achievements. In the context of responding to hurt, focusing on growth encourages us to reflect on our reactions and behaviors. Instead of becoming mired in self-pity or resentment, we can ask ourselves meaningful questions. What can I learn from this experience? How can I use this pain to cultivate resilience? By engaging in self-reflection, we gain insights into our emotional triggers, communication styles, and relational patterns. This self-awareness is a powerful tool for growth, as it equips us with the knowledge necessary to make more intentional choices in the future. Moreover, focusing on growth requires cultivating an attitude of curiosity. Instead of jumping to conclusions or making snap judgments about others, we can approach interactions with a desire to understand their perspectives. This curiosity fosters open-mindedness and compassion, allowing us to view conflicts through a broader lens. By seeking to understand the motivations and experiences of others, we can reframe our hurt as an opportunity for connection rather than division. This not only aids in resolving conflicts, but also deepens our empathy and strengthens our relationships. Additionally, embracing a growth-oriented approach involves recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of the learning process. When we encounter failures or disappointments, it can be tempting to dwell on our shortcomings or blame others for our circumstances. However, focusing on growth teaches us to reframe these experiences as valuable lessons that contribute to our development. Instead of allowing failures to define us, we can analyze what went wrong, identify areas for improvement, and use that knowledge to inform our future decisions. This resilience is a hallmark of personal growth, as it empowers us to bounce back stronger and more capable than before. Another critical aspect of focusing on growth is setting goals and taking proactive steps towards self-improvement. When we experience hurt, it often highlights areas in our lives that may need attention or change. Rather than succumbing to a victim mentality, we can set specific, achievable goals that align with our values and aspirations. This may involve enhancing communication skills, establishing healthy boundaries, or developing emotional regulation strategies. By taking ownership of our growth journey, we reclaim our agency and empower ourselves to create positive change in our lives. Furthermore, surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals is essential for fostering growth. The people we choose to engage with can significantly influence our mindset and motivation. Cultivating relationships with those who inspire, challenge, and support our growth can provide a nurturing environment for personal development. Engaging in meaningful conversations, sharing experiences, and seeking feedback from trusted friends or mentors creates a culture of mutual growth and accountability. This network of support can help us navigate difficult situations, celebrate our successes, and hold us accountable for our growth goals. In addition to seeking support, focusing on growth involves embracing the practice of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our attention from what we lack or what has gone wrong to what we have and the lessons we've learned. When we express gratitude for the experiences that shape us, even the painful ones, we cultivate a positive mindset that enhances our resilience. This practice helps us recognize the silver linings within challenges, enabling us to approach difficulties with a more optimistic outlook. By appreciating the lessons learned through adversity, we can foster a deeper sense of connection to ourselves and our journey. Moreover, focusing on growth requires patience and self-compassion. Personal development is not a linear process. It is filled with ups and downs, victories and setbacks. It is essential to acknowledge that growth takes time and that progress may not always be immediately visible. Being kind to ourselves during this process allows us to embrace imperfections and treat ourselves with the same compassion we would offer to a friend. This self-compassion nurtures resilience and provides the encouragement needed to keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity. Lastly, focusing on growth encourages a commitment to lifelong learning. The world is ever-changing, and our experiences continually shape who we are. By adopting a mindset of curiosity and a willingness to learn, we remain open to new ideas, perspectives, and opportunities for growth. This dedication to learning extends beyond our personal experiences. It also involves seeking knowledge from others, whether through reading, attending workshops, or engaging in meaningful discussions. Embracing lifelong learning enriches our lives and equips us to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and grace. Ultimately, focusing on growth transforms our relationship with challenges and setbacks, allowing us to approach life with resilience, compassion, and a sense of purpose. It empowers us to turn pain into progress, conflict into connection, and obstacles into opportunities for self-discovery and personal evolution. By adopting this growth-oriented mindset, we not only enhance our own lives, but also inspire those around us to embark on their journeys of growth and transformation. Maintaining dignity in the face of adversity is an essential principle that not only reflects our self-worth, but also influences how we navigate conflicts and interactions with others. Dignity is inherently tied to our sense of identity and personal values, acting as a guiding compass when confronted with hurtful situations. When someone hurts us, the instinctual reaction may be to retaliate or lash out. But maintaining dignity requires a higher standard of behavior, one that upholds respect for ourselves and others, even in the most challenging circumstances. This commitment to dignity is a testament to our character and serves as a powerful tool for fostering resilience, self-respect, and meaningful connections. To begin with, maintaining dignity involves a deep sense of self-awareness and understanding of our core values. When we recognize what we stand for, we become less susceptible to the influences of others' negative behaviors. This self-awareness enables us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It allows us to establish a firm foundation of self-respect that cannot be easily shaken by external circumstances. By anchoring ourselves in our values, we can approach conflicts with a clear sense of purpose, ensuring that our responses align with who we are at our core. Moreover, maintaining dignity is about practicing emotional regulation. In moments of hurt, emotions can overwhelm our ability to think clearly and act rationally. However, by cultivating techniques for emotional regulation such as mindfulness, deep breathing, or taking a moment to pause, we can create space between the stimulus of hurt and our response to it. This space allows us to process our feelings and choose a dignified response that reflects our values rather than being driven by raw emotions. By prioritizing emotional regulation, we honor our dignity and set the stage for more constructive interactions. Additionally, responding to hurt with dignity requires a commitment to respectful communication. Even when addressing conflict, it is crucial to express our feelings and perspectives without resorting to insults, blame, or aggression. Using our statements can help us convey our emotions without attacking the other person, such as saying, "I felt hurt," when rather than "you always make me feel bad." This approach fosters an environment of respect, allowing for open dialogue without escalating tensions. By maintaining a tone of respect and consideration, we preserve our dignity while also inviting the other person to engage in a more thoughtful conversation. Furthermore, maintaining dignity also means setting healthy boundaries. When someone has hurt us, it is essential to protect our emotional well-being by establishing limits around what is acceptable behavior. Communicating these boundaries clearly and assertively allows us to safeguard our dignity while also holding others accountable for their actions. By setting boundaries, we convey that we value ourselves and expect the same level of respect from those around us. This practice not only protects us from further harm, but also reinforces our sense of dignity in the face of adversity. Another important aspect of maintaining dignity is the practice of forgiveness, not just for others, but for ourselves as well. Holding on to resentment can be damaging, leading to a cycle of bitterness that erodes our self-esteem and sense of dignity. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-liberation, allowing us to release the emotional burden of past hurts and reclaim our sense of agency. It is essential to remember that forgiveness does not mean condoning harmful behavior. Rather, it is a conscious choice to let go of the grip that past pain has on us. This release is a vital component of maintaining dignity, as it enables us to move forward with grace and resilience. Moreover, maintaining dignity involves surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and support us. The people we choose to engage with significantly influence our sense of self-worth and dignity. Building a network of supportive relationships creates an environment where we feel valued and respected, reinforcing our dignity in the face of challenges. Engaging with individuals who model respect and kindness inspires us to uphold the same standards in our interactions. This positive reinforcement fosters a culture of dignity that encourages everyone to treat one another with respect and consideration. Additionally, it is essential to practice self-compassion as a means of maintaining dignity. Life is filled with ups and downs, and we are bound to face hurtful situations at some point. During these moments, being kind and forgiving towards ourselves allows us to acknowledge our emotions without judgment. Self-compassion nurtures resilience, providing the emotional strength to respond to challenges with dignity rather than shame or self-criticism. By treating ourselves with the same kindness we would extend to a friend, we bolster our self-esteem and reinforce our dignity. Furthermore, maintaining dignity also requires a commitment to personal growth and self-improvement. Every experience, particularly those involving hurt, presents an opportunity for reflection and learning. By viewing challenges as chances to grow, we embrace a proactive approach to personal development. This growth mindset encourages us to seek out lessons from our experiences, allowing us to emerge stronger and more self-aware. Engaging in this continual process of self-improvement not only enhances our sense of dignity, but also empowers us to face future challenges with greater confidence and resilience. Lastly, embracing the principle of maintaining dignity fosters a culture of respect and understanding within our communities. When we prioritize dignity in our interactions, we contribute to an environment where individuals are treated with respect and empathy. This commitment to dignity can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to adopt the same principles in their relationships and conflicts. By modeling dignified behavior, we create a foundation for more compassionate and respectful interactions, ultimately leading to stronger, more harmonious communities. In essence, maintaining dignity in the face of hurt is not merely a personal practice, it is a powerful commitment to self-respect, empathy, and growth. By grounding ourselves in our values, practicing respectful communication, setting healthy boundaries, and embracing forgiveness, we uphold our dignity while fostering positive relationships. This approach empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and a profound sense of self-worth, enriching our experiences and enabling us to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. Guarding your heart is an essential practice that speaks to the importance of emotional well-being and the cultivation of healthy relationships. At its core, this principle emphasizes the necessity of protecting your inner self from negative influences, emotional harm, and toxic interactions. Our hearts, representing our emotions, desires, and vulnerabilities, are invaluable assets that deserve careful stewardship. When we make a conscious effort to guard our hearts, we create a protective barrier that helps us navigate life's challenges while fostering personal growth and resilience. The first step in guarding your heart is developing self-awareness. Understanding your emotional landscape enables you to recognize when your heart is under threat. This self-awareness involves tuning into your feelings, recognizing patterns in your emotional responses, and identifying triggers that lead to hurt or distress. By becoming attuned to your emotions, you can respond proactively to situations that may compromise your emotional health. This understanding allows you to cultivate an inner resilience, enabling you to face challenges without compromising your emotional integrity. Additionally, setting boundaries is a critical aspect of guarding your heart. Boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional well-being and establishing a clear distinction between what is acceptable and what is not in your relationships. These boundaries serve as a safeguard against emotional manipulation, negativity, and toxic behavior. When you set healthy boundaries, you communicate to others that you value yourself and your emotions, which establishes a framework for respectful interactions. This practice empowers you to say no when necessary, allowing you to maintain your emotional health and well-being. Moreover, choosing the company you keep is vital in the process of guarding your heart. The people you surround yourself with significantly influence your emotional state and overall outlook on life. Engaging with individuals who uplift and support you fosters an environment where your heart can flourish. In contrast, spending time with those who drain your energy or engage in negative behaviors can be detrimental to your emotional well-being. By consciously choosing to nurture relationships that inspire and encourage you, you create a safe space where your heart can thrive. Furthermore, practicing discernment in your interactions is crucial for protecting your heart. Discernment involves evaluating the intentions and behaviors of others before allowing them into your emotional space. This requires being mindful of red flags such as consistent negativity, manipulative behavior, or lack of respect. By discerning who deserves access to your heart, you empower yourself to engage with individuals who genuinely care for your well-being. This selective approach enables you to build deeper, more meaningful connections while shielding yourself from emotional harm. In addition, cultivating emotional intelligence is a vital component of guarding your heart. Emotional intelligence encompasses the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions and the emotions of others. Developing this skill allows you to navigate complex emotional landscapes with grace and empathy. When you are emotionally intelligent, you can respond to conflicts or hurtful situations more effectively, choosing to engage in constructive dialogue rather than reacting impulsively. This measured approach helps to protect your heart while fostering deeper connections with others. Moreover, self-care practices play a significant role in guarding your heart. Prioritizing self-care enables you to recharge emotionally, creating a buffer against external stressors. Engaging in activities that nourish your soul, such as mindfulness, journaling, exercise, or spending time in nature, helps cultivate emotional resilience. When you take time to care for your heart and mind, you equip yourself to face challenges with renewed strength and perspective. This commitment to self-care serves as a protective shield, allowing you to maintain your emotional balance even in the face of adversity. Additionally, nurturing a growth mindset is essential for guarding your heart. When you approach life with the belief that challenges can lead to personal growth, you empower yourself to learn from difficult experiences rather than allowing them to define you. This mindset encourages you to see setbacks as opportunities for reflection and development, fostering resilience. By focusing on growth, you create a buffer against emotional pain, enabling you to navigate hurtful situations with a sense of purpose and determination. Furthermore, practicing forgiveness is a key aspect of guarding your heart. Holding on to grudges and resentment can weigh heavily on your emotional well-being. By consciously choosing to forgive, whether it's forgiving others or yourself, you release the emotional burden that comes with unresolved hurt. This act of forgiveness does not imply condoning negative behavior. Rather, it signifies your decision to reclaim your power and protect your heart from further pain. Through forgiveness, you create space for healing and emotional freedom, allowing your heart to thrive. In addition, recognizing the importance of vulnerability is crucial when it comes to guarding your heart. Vulnerability does not mean exposing yourself to harm or allowing others to mistreat you. Rather, it is about embracing your authentic self and being open to genuine connections. When you guard your heart, you can discern when to be vulnerable and with whom, ensuring that you only share your deepest emotions with those who demonstrate trustworthiness and respect. This balanced approach to vulnerability allows you to cultivate meaningful relationships while protecting your heart from unnecessary hurt. Moreover, learning to let go of toxic relationships is a vital aspect of guarding your heart. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, certain relationships can become harmful or draining. Recognizing when a relationship is no longer serving your well-being is a crucial part of emotional self-care. Letting go can be challenging, but it is often necessary to create space for healthier connections. By releasing toxic relationships, you prioritize your emotional health, paving the way for positive interactions that nurture your heart and spirit. Additionally, embracing self-compassion is essential in the practice of guarding your heart. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it is natural to experience moments of hurt and disappointment. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding during these times, you cultivate a sense of inner strength that reinforces your emotional boundaries. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your feelings without judgment, fostering a supportive environment where your heart can heal and grow. In summary, guarding your heart is a multifaceted practice that encompasses self-awareness, boundary setting, discernment, and emotional intelligence. It requires a commitment to self-care, forgiveness, and vulnerability, all while prioritizing relationships that uplift and support your emotional well-being. By embracing these principles, you create a protective environment for your heart, allowing it to flourish amid life's challenges. Guarding your heart ultimately empowers you to navigate the complexities of life with grace, resilience, and a deep sense of self-worth, fostering meaningful connections that enrich your journey. To begin with, effective communication starts with active listening. Active listening is more than just hearing the words being spoken. It involves fully engaging with the speaker and demonstrating a genuine interest in their perspective. This requires setting aside distractions, maintaining eye contact, and providing verbal and nonverbal cues that indicate attentiveness. By practicing active listening, we validate the emotions and experiences of others, creating a safe space for open dialogue. This not only helps in understanding the other person's viewpoint, but also establishes a foundation of trust and respect, essential elements for constructive communication. Additionally, clarity and conciseness are vital components of effective communication. When expressing our thoughts and feelings, it is important to articulate them clearly and succinctly. Avoiding jargon or overly complex language allows our message to be easily understood. Furthermore, being direct about our emotions and needs minimizes the potential for misunderstandings. For instance, instead of saying, "I feel bad about what happened," we might express, "I felt hurt when you said that." This clarity helps others grasp the essence of our feelings, fostering more meaningful conversations and deeper connections. Furthermore, empathy is a critical aspect of effective communication. Empathy involves the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. When we approach conversations with empathy, we are more likely to respond to others with compassion and consideration. This means acknowledging their emotions and validating their experiences, even if we do not necessarily agree with them. By practicing empathy, we foster an environment of mutual respect, allowing for more profound and authentic conversations. Empathetic communication encourages openness, helping to bridge gaps between differing perspectives. In addition, timing is essential in effective communication. Choosing the right moment to engage in difficult conversations can significantly impact their outcome. Timing involves considering the emotional state of both parties, the context of the discussion, and the environment in which the conversation will take place. For example, addressing a conflict immediately after a heated argument may not yield the best results. Instead, allowing time for emotions to settle before re-engaging can lead to more productive and rational discussions. Being mindful of timing demonstrates respect for both ourselves and the other person, enhancing the potential for positive outcomes. Moreover, being open to feedback is crucial for effective communication. Communication is a two-way street, and being receptive to feedback from others allows us to improve our own communication skills. When we invite others to share their thoughts and perspectives, we demonstrate a willingness to grow and adapt. This openness encourages others to engage more honestly, fostering an environment of trust. Constructive feedback helps us identify areas for improvement, allowing us to refine our communication style and become more effective in our interactions. Additionally, maintaining a calm and composed demeanor is vital during challenging conversations. Emotions can run high, especially when discussing hurtful situations, and it is easy to become reactive. However, by consciously choosing to remain calm, we set a tone that promotes rational dialogue rather than emotional escalation. Taking deep breaths, pausing before responding, and using a steady tone of voice can all contribute to a more composed interaction. This emotional regulation not only protects our dignity but also encourages the other person to engage more thoughtfully. Furthermore, it is essential to be solution-oriented in our communication. Instead of merely focusing on the problems or grievances at hand, directing the conversation toward potential solutions fosters a collaborative mindset. This involves asking questions like, what can we do to move forward, or how can we address this issue together? By emphasizing solutions, we shift the focus away from blame and negativity, creating a constructive dialogue that encourages cooperation and problem solving. This approach not only enhances our communication but also empowers both parties to take ownership of the situation. Moreover, the practice of gratitude can enhance effective communication. Expressing appreciation for the efforts and contributions of others fosters a positive atmosphere in conversations. Acknowledging the value of the other person's perspective, even when there are disagreements, reinforces mutual respect. Simple statements of gratitude, such as "I appreciate you sharing your thoughts" or "thank you for listening," help build rapport and strengthen relationships. This practice of gratitude cultivates a culture of kindness, making it easier to navigate difficult conversations with grace. In addition, utilizing reflective listening can deepen our understanding and connection during conversations. Reflective listening involves paraphrasing or summarizing what the other person has said to ensure clarity and demonstrate that we are engaged in the conversation. For example, saying, "So what I'm hearing is that you felt hurt by my actions," confirms that we are actively listening and understanding their perspective. This technique not only helps clarify any misunderstandings but also reinforces the emotional connection between both parties, promoting a sense of validation and empathy. Furthermore, understanding the cultural context of communication is essential in today's diverse world. Different cultures may have varying communication styles, norms, and expectations. Being aware of these differences allows us to approach conversations with sensitivity and respect. This cultural competence helps bridge gaps in understanding and fosters more effective communication across diverse backgrounds. By adapting our communication style to accommodate the cultural nuances of others, we enhance our ability to connect meaningfully and navigate potential misunderstandings. Finally, practicing patience is a fundamental aspect of effective communication. Difficult conversations often require time and effort to navigate successfully. Being patient with ourselves and others allows for deeper exploration of emotions, perspectives, and solutions. Patience encourages us to engage in discussions without rushing to conclusions or resolutions, fostering an atmosphere where everyone feels heard and valued. This commitment to patience not only enriches our conversations but also nurtures stronger and more resilient relationships. In summary, effective communication is a vital skill that encompasses active listening, clarity, empathy, and emotional regulation. By honing our communication skills, we can navigate hurtful situations with grace and resilience, fostering understanding and connection. The practice of effective communication empowers us to express ourselves authentically, engage in meaningful dialogue, and build healthier relationships. Ultimately, by prioritizing effective communication, we create an environment where hearts can connect, conflicts can be resolved, and relationships can thrive, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. At its core, forgiveness begins with understanding our emotions. When we experience hurt, it is natural to feel a range of emotions, including anger, sadness, and disappointment. These emotions are valid and deserve acknowledgement. However, holding on to these feelings can be detrimental to our emotional health, leading to prolonged suffering. By embracing forgiveness, we create an opportunity to process and release these emotions, allowing us to move forward without the heavy burden of unresolved pain. This understanding serves as the foundation for a forgiving heart. Moreover, self-forgiveness is a critical aspect of embracing forgiveness. Often we find ourselves entangled in guilt or regret over our actions or decisions. It is essential to recognize that everyone makes mistakes. These experiences are part of the human condition. Practicing self-forgiveness involves acknowledging our imperfections and extending compassion to ourselves. By forgiving ourselves for past transgressions, we free ourselves from the shackles of self-blame and guilt, allowing for personal growth and renewal. This journey of self-forgiveness fosters resilience, enabling us to face future challenges with greater confidence. Additionally, embracing forgiveness requires a shift in perspective. It involves recognizing that holding on to grudges and resentment often harms us more than the person who hurt us. This shift allows us to view forgiveness as an act of self-care rather than a concession of weakness. When we choose to forgive, we reclaim our power and agency, liberating ourselves from the emotional turmoil that comes from harboring negative feelings. This perspective helps us see forgiveness not as a favor to others, but as a vital gift we give to ourselves, a pathway to emotional freedom and peace. Moreover, the act of forgiveness is often facilitated by understanding the perspective of those who have hurt us. This does not mean we must agree with their actions or justify them, but seeking to understand their motivations can foster empathy. Recognizing that others are often grappling with their own struggles and insecurities can shift our focus from blame to compassion. This empathy enables us to see the human experience in others, making it easier to let go of resentment and embrace forgiveness. By acknowledging the complexities of human behavior, we cultivate a mindset that fosters understanding rather than judgment. Additionally, the process of forgiveness is not linear. It can be a complex and ongoing journey. It is essential to recognize that feelings of hurt may resurface even after we have chosen to forgive. This is a natural part of the healing process and does not negate our commitment to forgiveness. When these feelings arise, we can remind ourselves of our decision to embrace forgiveness and engage in self-reflection. This reflection helps us explore any lingering emotions and reinforces our dedication to emotional healing. By approaching this journey with patience and self-compassion, we create a safe space for our feelings to be processed. Furthermore, practicing gratitude can significantly enhance our ability to embrace forgiveness. Focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, even in the wake of hurtful experiences, can help shift our perspective from victimhood to empowerment. By recognizing the lessons learned from difficult situations, we can cultivate a sense of appreciation for our resilience and growth. Gratitude allows us to reframe our experiences, transforming them into opportunities for learning and development. This shift in mindset fosters emotional healing, making it easier to embrace forgiveness as a necessary step in our journey. Moreover, engaging in forgiveness can have profound effects on our physical health. Studies have shown that holding on to anger and resentment can contribute to stress, anxiety, and even physical ailments. In contrast, embracing forgiveness promotes emotional well-being, which can lead to improved physical health. By choosing to forgive, we reduce the psychological burden that comes from negative emotions, allowing our bodies to relax and heal. This holistic approach to well-being underscores the importance of forgiveness not just for our emotional health, but also for our overall quality of life. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals can enhance our capacity to embrace forgiveness. Sharing our experiences with trusted friends or family members can provide valuable perspectives and emotional support. Engaging in conversations about forgiveness can facilitate our healing process, allowing us to express our feelings and gain insights from others. This communal aspect of forgiveness fosters a sense of connection and understanding, reinforcing our commitment to emotional well-being. By leaning on the support of those we trust, we can navigate the complexities of forgiveness more effectively. Furthermore, recognizing the impermanence of life can provide valuable insight into the importance of forgiveness. Life is filled with uncertainties, and holding on to grudges can prevent us from fully engaging with the present moment. Embracing forgiveness allows us to prioritize our emotional health and well-being, freeing us to focus on what truly matters. By acknowledging the transient nature of life, we cultivate a sense of urgency to let go of negativity and embrace the joy of connection and love. This perspective encourages us to live authentically and wholeheartedly, reinforcing the value of forgiveness in our lives. Additionally, understanding that forgiveness is a personal choice reinforces its significance in our lives. It is important to remember that forgiveness is not contingent on the actions or apologies of others. Rather, it is a decision we make for ourselves, a way to reclaim our emotional freedom. This realization empowers us to take control of our healing journey, recognizing that we hold the key to our own peace of mind. By embracing forgiveness as a personal choice, we affirm our commitment to emotional growth and resilience. Moreover, cultivating a sense of humor can be a powerful ally in the forgiveness process. Laughter can help diffuse tension and provide perspective in challenging situations. By finding humor in our experiences, whether it's the absurdity of certain conflicts or the mistakes we've made, we can cultivate a lighter heart. This approach encourages us to let go of bitterness and embrace a more joyful outlook on life. Humor can serve as a reminder that we are all human, making mistakes and navigating the complexities of relationships together.